Hello children.
Next, there are 4 people in a room. If they cut an apple into 4 equal pieces and take one piece each has eaten what part of the apple? Now if you remember the very first class of fractions, we had a birthday cake which was divided into 4 equal parts. Yes, so each part was called as what? It is one of the 4 parts. So 1 by 4 becomes the fraction of each piece. In the same way, here one apple was divided into 4 equal parts. So each part becomes what, children? It becomes 1 by 4. So each has eaten 1 by 4 part of the apple. Okay, option A, 1 by 4 is our correct answer. Next, what fractions of the fruits on the plates are apples? First, let us count the total number of fruits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And what are the number of apples we have? 1, 2, 3. So, 3 by 13 becomes our correct. Next, question number 13. In the word addition, which fraction represents the alphabet D? Now, what are they saying in the word addition? Which fraction represents the alphabet D? There are 2 D's. So, the numerator will be 2. And how many letters do we have, children? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are having 8 letters out of 8 alphabets, out of which only 2 are D. So the fraction would be 2 by 8. So option C, 2 by 8 becomes our correct answer. Okay. Next, question 14. The fraction equivalent to 7 by 28 is dash. Again, we have the equivalent fraction here. Yes, and if you look at the options, all the numerators and denominators are less than our given fraction. Yes or no? Yes, in all the cases, the numerators and denominators are either equal to or less than. So what should we do here? We should divide our numerator and denominator to get the equivalent fraction. Okay, now let us look at option A, 1. When will we get 1? When we divide 7 by 7. When we divide 7 by 7, we have 7 ones are 7 and the remainder is 0. So when we divide 7 by 7, the quotient will be 1. And what should you do in equivalent fraction, children? The same thing should be done to the denominator as well. 28 divided by 7. We have 7 fours are 28 and when we subtract 0 will be a remainder. So what is the answer? For 28 divided by 7, 4 is our answer. So 1 by 4 becomes our equivalent fraction. Option A is the correct answer. Okay, so if this was our wrong answer, then you should move on to the next option to find out, children. But luckily, we got option A as the correct answer. Understood how we did this? We divided the numerator and denominator by the same number 7 here to get our equivalent fraction 1 by 4. Moving on, the numerator of the fraction 16 by 19 is. Now what is the numerator? The number written on top, that is 16. So 16 becomes our numerator. Next, 3 by 4 is to 4 by 3. Then 2 by 5 is to dash in the same way. So these two are connected to each other. We had 3 by 4. Here now it became 4 by 3. Now 2 by 5 will become what? See, if you observe what happened here, both the numerator and denominator got interchanged. First we had 3 by 4. Now we wrote what? We wrote the reverse of it. 4 on top, 3 on below. So in the same way, what will 2 by 5 become? 5 comes on top, 2 comes below. So 5 by 2 is our new fraction. And which is the correct option? Option A, 5 by 2. Understood, children? You have to understand the relation between these fractions and apply the same to these set of fractions. Next, which is greater, 1 by 4 or 1 by 3? Okay, in fractions normally if I ask you children, which is greater, 4 or 3? What would you say? 4 is greater. But in fractions, it will be the opposite. When I ask you 1 by 4 or 1 by 3, which is greater, 1 by 3 becomes the greater one. Okay, see, if I am dividing the circle into 3 equal parts. Sorry, these are not equal, are they? No. Okay. Let us assume that these are 3 equal parts. Okay. So, and again if I divide the same circle into 4 equal parts. Now, which is the bigger part here? Tell me. Is this the bigger one or this the bigger one? 1 by 3 is the bigger part. Yes. So, the less we divide, the greater it will be. Okay, see, if you take a piece of chocolate and divide it into 2 parts, okay. If you divide it into 3 parts, you will get still lesser chocolate. If you divide it into 4 parts, you will get again a lesser chocolate. Yes, so the more number of parts you keep dividing, the quantity gets on decreasing. Yes or no? So that is why if 4 is greater, you have to look at the denominator here. Okay, when 1 is the numerator, look at the denominator. The number will, the fraction with the lesser denominator will be our greater fraction. See, normally in numbers 4 is greater than 3, but when comes to fraction, 1 by 4 is less than 1 by 3, children. Just apply the opposite. Okay, if 4 is greater than 3, in fractions 1 by 4 becomes less than 1 by 3. Now which is the greater one here? 1 by 3 is the greater fraction. Next, what fraction of the children in the following group are girls? Now first let us count the total number of girls. 1, 2 and 3 divided by, what are the total number of children we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 by 5 becomes our fraction, that is option A. Yes? Next, which list of the fractions here is arranged from the smallest to the largest? Just what did I say? See, in fractions, what are the numbers that we have here? 2, 4 and 8. See, in normal numbers, 2, 4 and 8 is the arrangement of the numbers from smallest to largest. What happens in fractions? The reverse. First 1 by 8 becomes the smallest, then 1 by 4, then 1 by 2, children. Okay, apply the opposite rule. Understood? 2, 4 and 8 are in ascending order, but in fractions this becomes the descending order. 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 8 becomes big to small. So what is the smallest to the largest? 1 by 8, 1 by 4 and 1 by 2. Option A, 1 by 8, 1 by 4 and 1 by 2 becomes our correct answer. So again if you get confused between this, just draw a figure like I said. Okay, 1 by 2, compare 1 by 2 and this line should be drawn in the middle. Yes, compare 1 by 2 and 1 by 4. Which is the smaller one? First we have 1 by 4, then we'll get 1 by 2. Yes or no? So that is, okay, you can draw the figure like this and understand for yourself which will be the smaller fraction and which will be the greater fraction. Okay children, maths is all about understanding. Okay, understand the concept and then apply. Don't just by heart it. The last question for today, question 20. The shaded portion of which of the following figures represent the fraction 5 by 6? What does this mean? 5 parts should be shaded and 6 is the total number of parts. Here all are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. All the figures are divided into 6 portions, but which is having 5 shaded parts? Option D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So option D is having 5 shaded parts out of total 6 parts.